multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh. Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Brave only, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave only's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean in, feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave only's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello, and a good morning to you, and you. Shout out to the 5 people that were here You did see the beginning of a show, but it gave me 3 different live streams. I'm like, no, we're just doing vertical and horizontal. So I had to delete that one, restart it. But glad to have all of you here. Y'all know that I usually go live at 11 a.m. But shout out to 6 people here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destinations for you all this morning. CBS News, it looks like it is now MAGA news, everybody, because Barry Weiss decided to do a town hall with Erica Kirk. And, you know, I can drag Disney for a lot of things, and I have, and I will continue to. But the one thing to know, and 2 things for sure, is that Bob Iger never sat down with Barack Obama for a town hall interview. There's reasons for this. We'll talk about that. The Oprah Winfrey Network has a brand new show out, or coming out rather, in January, so we'll talk about that. Ray J once again doing the utmost. Wait till y'all hear this one. And I'm just going to say this. He talked about Suge Knight and how Ray J and Suge Knight's boys bought sticks of butter so Suge Knight could play with people behind with butter. So just in case, need some context, conjecture, and connection. Lizzo, a huge update on her case. As y'all know, she is still being sued by her backup dancers, but there's a huge update. We'll talk about that. Hey, Florida, good to see you. New York radio. Some radio personalities have been let go. And child, wait till y'all hear who, and I'll give you my thoughts on radio. 16 people in the building. Thank you all so much for that. By the way, Universal Destinations and Experiences, I'm going to show y'all how this is just confirmation, okay? Because if you were here for that live, where I talked about Universal Cruise Line, Florentine was, I'm going to just show you evidence that's already out here, okay? Because this is what we're going to do. Now, you have the right not to watch content creators. I got that. But also, don't be blatantly disrespectful with public information that's already out here. Can we agree on that? And then finally, Serena Williams is getting into the world of reality TV through Amazon Prime. So, got a lot to get to. Higher is weighing low is available, but either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And one thing to know, 2 things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price. And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it out right. But whatever you do in the daylight, and a lot happens early. Can you feel it when I say?
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is a new morning. Julie Chen Moonves and the Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You are absolutely right on this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well. And good morning to Jamar B. Burns, first-time viewer. Welcome in to the show. Let's get to it because we do have a lot to get to this morning. We're going to kick it off with an article from Variety.com. Lord Jesus, listen, if I had my own network, per se, I would do the same thing, but at least I would own the network, right? Because what I'm about to show y'all is just I can't. Okay, give me a moment, y'all. Okay, here we go. So, from Variety.com, big advertisers appear wary of CBS News Barry Weiss town hall format. I'm going to equate this to when Elon Musk was at a business summit and told the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, and the rest of the advertisers to go fuck themselves. You'll find out why I am bringing that example up here in a minute. Let's get into it. Oh, and by the way, Robert Redford, legendary comedic actor, Princess Bride director, found dead at his home. I think it was Keith Richards who talked about this last night. He broke that news, so just wanted to mention that. Rest in peace to him and his wife. Okay. All right, here we go, everybody. During a Saturday night town hall led by Barry Weiss, the recently named editor-in-chief of CBS News, most of Madison Avenue sought an off-ramp. The program featured an in-depth interview with Erica Kirk, the CEO of the conservative advocacy organization Turning Point USA, and the widow Charlie Kirk, the group's former leader. He was deleted during one of the organization's events at Utah Valley University, throwing a harsh spotlight on the political and cultural divides present in the United States. The event marked a new offering from CBS News. The organization does not typically host town halls or debates on trending issues or with newsmakers, and the choice of Weiss as a moderator also raised eyebrows because most modern TV news organizations' senior editorial executives remain off camera rather than appearing in front of it. More may be on the way. During the program, Weiss told that CBS is going to have more conversations like this in the weeks and months ahead, so stay tuned. More town halls, more debates, talking about the things that matter. That would suggest CBS is planning to devote more hours to the programs. The news special aired at 8 p.m. on Saturday, one of the least watched hours in broadcast TV, and that may have contributed to the relatively dearth of top advertisers appearing to support the show. During the hour, the commercial breaks were largely filled with spots from direct response advertisers, including the dietary supplement Super Beats, the home repair service HomeServe.com, and Carfax, a supplier of auto ownership data or DAM. Viewers of the telecast on WCBS, which is the flagship in New York, right here, CBS flagship station in New York, even saw a commercial for Chia Pet, the terracotta figure that sprouts plant life after a few weeks. Direct response advertisers typically pay lower prices in exchange for allowing TV networks to put their commercials on air when convenience allows. A flurry of the ads appearing in one program usually offers a signal that the network cannot line up more mainstream support for the content it chose to air. A more moneyed clad of sponsors were evident during the first commercial break, appearing in the 9 p.m. hour on CBS. A rebroadcast of a 2024 episode of 48 Hours. Marketers appearing included Amazon, Ferrero Group, and Procter & Gamble. One direct response marketer, Operation Smile, a non-profit medical service organization, also appeared. CBS News' ability to line up sponsorship for the town hall may be critical, especially the network plans to air more hours tied to the format. And yet, if advertisers weren't interested in the first program of this sort, will they want to associate with sequential efforts? Other marketers who lined up for CBS News Erica Kirk Town Hall included companies whose products and services may have dovetailed with the viewers who tuned in to see the show. Among the town hall supporters were the Conservative Heritage Foundation, Hallow, a mobile app for Christian prayer, David, a new animated film from Angel Studios who specializes in faith content, and the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. A small handful of more mainstream advertisers, including Spotify and TikTok, were also present. CBS interest in such fare goes against the grain. TV news has become a hot potato of sorts on Madison Avenue in recent years, with marketers wary of putting their commercials and programming tied to reports on more cultural divides and strong-voiced monologues from partisan opinion hosts. One outlet, Fox Fox News, has bucked the trend in recent months, luring new advertisers to its shows as it builds a sizable live audience around its news and opinion shows. At issue, according to media buyers and TV sales executives, is the continuing polarization of U.S. society and the backlash advertisers can get when consumers perceive their desire to pitch products to news audiences as support for a conservative or liberal point of view. Marketers are also nervous about having their glitzy commercials placed adjacent to segments on war in Ukraine, a growing spat of mass powings, climate change, and debates on cultural values. So let me explain to you why Barry Weiss is doing this. So apparently, Barry Weiss auditioned for The View, right, on ABC. And what ended up happening, we're just going to do this. All right, moving on. So, like I was saying, Barry Weiss auditioned for ABC's The View, right? And she got rejected. Rejection is a part of every business. Everybody who wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, preacher, teacher, this, that, the third, right? They got rejected because companies have the right to be able to find the best candidate, okay? And so because of that, right, Paramount Skydance, David Ellison, whose dad is Larry Ellison, the guy who owns Oracle, follow the bouncing ball here. He bought the published press, right, or the free press, right, from Barry Weiss, which is a conservative news outlet, for $100 million. In exchange for that being a part of the company, Barry Weiss is now installed as the editor-in-chief of CBS News. And there are rumblings that she wants to do a conservative version of The View. Now, I want everybody to pay attention to this. The talk was, the talk was CBS version of The View, okay? That got replaced by Beyond the Gates, which is succeeding. So, follow me here. I'm not saying that Beyond the Gates is going to be replaced. Let me come on the big screen, talk to my people. I'm not saying Beyond the Gates is going to be replaced by this conservative version of The View. But it seems like CBS News is now mainstream MAGA news, government-run news, okay? Okay. And you're right, the talk was not political. The talk originally was from Sarah Gilbert, who was on Roseanne, and she had this mom support group, so she wanted to bring that to TV. And, it was more, pop culture entertainment news, what The View used to be, right, before they went political. Because before, The View was under ABC Entertainment. Now they're under ABC News, right? So yes, so the talk did end, and Beyond the Gates replaced that show. And, the talk, talked about cultural issues where it was necessary and where it fitted and where the space was needed to talk, but it was more of a lighthearted show. The reason why this is so bad is because here's the thing. Do y'all remember Schematic and Fox News and Newsmax getting sued for talking about voter suppression and wire fraud allegations, right? Schematic won. Schematic won their lawsuit. So now, and I want everybody to get this, right? Because 47 sued ABC News because George Stephanopoulos asked a question as a journalist, why would you support somebody that got convicted of rape? Even though the president did not get convicted of rape, a U.S. federal judge said that the allegations of the president raping E. Jean Carroll in a dressing room in New York City, those allegations were substantially true. So really, ABC News did not need to pay anything. Then he went after CBS, right? Sued them over a 60 Minutes interview because he thought that they edited Kamala Harris' interview to make him look like more of a dumbass when he's already a fucking dumbass. So he's also trying to sue the BBC, okay? I would not be surprised if he sued NBC News, okay? He has opened up a DEI investigation into NBC News and NBC Universal. Do you see where I'm going here? So now, with all that being said, if Barry Weiss sits down with somebody, right, from the MAGA world, or somebody from the other side, or anybody, everybody in the world to tea talk with your girl, and something gets said that's a lie, guess what? Now Barry Weiss is going to be implicated in a lawsuit with CBS News and Paramount Skydance. This is why you have on-air talent. And listen, I get it, right? If I'm let's just say Brandon Lee was running CBS News, right? And there was a, media figure, right? I study media, I live it, I breathe it, right? What I would do is I would sit down with my team and say, hey, listen, Bob Iger's going to come on here, even though he's got ABC. He understands me, respects me, and reveres, the media commentary I give. We are going to give the disclaimer of, hello, I am the editor-in-chief of CBS News. I am on this town hall because this is a media issue, and I have a media background. And the container that we are doing this interview in is of the media story that is going on with Disney. That is it. That is all. This is not defending him. This is not making way for him. This is not this, that, and the third. So that way, there is transparency. But hey, listen. CBS News is the smart one. So I really do believe, is this the same gentleman that brought up that he wanted to do a conservative version of The View? That's a woman. I love you, Florton, so much. No, that's a woman. I don't know of a guy who wanted to do a conservative version of The View. That might have been at like the Daily Wire, maybe. Well, no, I mean, this is a woman. I mean, no, listen. I'm just giving context, conjecture, and connection. Okay, that's all I'm doing. You know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. And here's a guy that will go on national TV as the editor-in-chief of CBS News. And she has now potentially set up circumstances for CBS News to be sued down the line. There's no doubt about it. Her name isn't so feminine, LOL. My opinion. Understood. But do y'all get why I'm going off about this? Because if the editor-in-chief of NBC News did this, I would be going off. If the editor-in-chief of ABC News did this, I would be going off. If the editor-in-chief of Fox News did this, I would be going off. If the editor-in-chief of MS Now did this, I would be going off. YouTube is a little more loose. You can do that, right? But when you are hiring journalists and camera people and editors and writers and this, that, and the third, it takes a cavalry to deliver the news. So now, if anything goes awry, just like in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, how they just came through and rammed through everything, punched through, and came in like a wrecking ball, they're going to investigate everybody. This is why there's a separation of business and show, okay? The business side of business and the show side of business, okay? Without a show, you can't create any business. But without any business to do the logistics, you can't put on a show. This is dangerous. Just keeping it a book. All right, let's keep going, everybody. Child, we got so much more to talk about. Here we go. From Black PR Wire, our good friends there. This is a brand new show coming to the Oprah Winfrey Network here called Maxed Out Money Talks. So Should We, coming out January 10th on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Here we go. OWN announces Maxed Out, a bold new financial intervention series premiering January 10th of 2026. OWN dives into the emotional and financial chaos impacting families and friends across America with its bold new series Maxed Out, premiering Saturday, January 10th, 2026 at 9/8 Central. This unflinching 8-episode series reveals how money and mismanaged money can strain even the strongest relationships. Each episode uncovers the what were you thinking moments behind financial disasters and the tough love it takes to turn things around. Guiding the way is financial expert Leah Collins, delivering straight talk, clear strategies, and yes, receipts. Through high-stakes financial interventions, Leah helps people confront crushing debt and rebuild their relationships with money and with each other. But Maxed Out is more than a money makeover show. It offers perspective, insight, and actionable guidance for lasting financial transformation while healing the personal bonds damaged by financial stress. Expect powerful, deeply personal stories that resonate across all types of relationships. Below are a few highlights. A married couple of 10 years with 2 young daughters who struggle with crushing debt, conflicting financial views, and a cycle of poor money management. Daughters confront their mother about spiraling debt, ranging from $35,000 to $45,000, compounded by inconsistent income, decline self-confidence, forcing 6 family members to share a small 2-bedroom apartment. 2 sisters running a family business where one is in $90,000 in debt. A breast cancer survivor forced to pay out of pocket for medical care, stopping visits to her oncologists due to no health insurance. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Maxed Out isn't just a show, it's a mirror reflecting the financial pressures so many of us face, and the ripple effect they have on our closest relationships, said Drew Tapon, head of OWN Unscripted Program and Development. We want viewers to feel seen, heard, to feel seen and understood, while also walking away with practical tools to rewrite their financial story and reclaim their peace of mind. Maxed Out premieres Saturday, January 10th, 2026, and is produced by Lionsgate Alternative Television for the Oprah Winfrey Network. Join the conversation using hashtag Maxed Out with 2 X's in the word there, Maxed, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for exclusive content. Now, of course, if you don't know about the Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN is the first and only network named for and inspired by a single iconic leader. Oprah Winfrey's heart and creative instincts inform the brand and the magnetism of the channel. OWN is a leading destination among today's most innovative storytellers. OWN connects its arms wherever they are, inspiring conversation among a global community of like-minded viewers on social media and beyond. Launched on January 1st, 2011, OWN is a joint venture between Harpo Inc. and Warner Bros. Discovery. The venture also includes the award-winning digital platform Oprah.com. Access OWN anytime on HBO Max, Discovery Plus, watch OWN.tv, or across mobile devices and connected TVs. Well, first of all, I am very proud of OWN for doing this show. Like I said before, there was a show called Ask Oprah's All-Stars with Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, and Susie Orman. I do believe Susie Orman even had her own financial show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. So I'm glad that OWN is recognized and listen, we can bring quality programming, okay? And I believe that they are investing in this, that way they can let go of Love and Marriage Huntsville, because Carlos said that made up, 70% of their programming. And honestly, to tell you the truth, a network should not be known for just one thing. Now, we'll say every network has their scripted hit that puts them on the map and their unscripted hit that puts them on the map. I would say the unscripted hit that put them on the map was Welcome to Sweetie Pies. And that was before Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? And fuck Tim Norman and that prostitute, hoe, and cunt that should have been handled disrespectfully for going after his cousin. Yeah, I said what the fuck I said. Okay. And then Greenleaf was a scripted show that took OWN to a whole nother level. I think OWN has a lot of room to run, but they cannot hold on to toxic drivel and just really disgusting energy like Love and Marriage Huntsville. Although I am rooting for Lance and Kierra, okay? I think Kierra seems very sweet, very down to earth. She seems to really be about living in real life and not creating a fantasy and not taking responsibility. And not to mention, too, the fact that Kierra was in Lance's class at his mom's daycare, like, that's an old school South thing. You know what I mean? Like, somebody knows somebody, but it seems like she's got a sweet soul. You know what I mean? So I'm rooting for Kierra and Lance. But everybody else, fuck y'all. Okay. Listen, it is what it is. It's called freedom of speech. If you don't like it, it is what it is. You got the right to your opinion. I got the right to mine. Rolling on. Speaking of the First Amendment, let's get to this one. Child Ray J. Here it is right here. Ray J was on bizarre public rant. Diddy took my behind. You know, I would think after you got into a shower on a Twitch live stream naked, I would think after you have boo-hooed and cried on the internet about not being invited to a grown man's sleepover, I would think after being on Club Shay and saying that you and your sister aren't close, and Evan Lozada, fuck you for fueling that man's toxicity. Okay, just like you tried to, you know, separate your connection to the game and this, that, and the third. Just because the connection is tainting you doesn't mean you get to separate yourself from that connection. But that's neither here nor there, but a very important point. And I would think after pulling out a pow on a live stream on your daughter and your wife on Twitch, I would think after being sued by American Express for $140,000 over a disgusted, decrepit, and broken down version of Zeus, after you left Raycon, which had a $300 million revenue, that you would shut the fuck up. Right? Oh, and on top of that, you going after Jay-Z and Beyonce because they didn't take a picture with Brandy, when Brandy and Beyonce are way more famous than your whole existence. Sonya should have swallowed your fucking ass. Moving on. Ray J is once again at the center of online controversy after a raw graphic rant in which he repeatedly referenced Sean Diddy Combs. Oh, almost forgot. Ray J said he was the new Diddy on Cassie's live stream. And he stole Whack 100's car. My Lord. In a video that has been widely shared, Ray J can be heard speaking candidly and cruelly about his physical condition while invoking Diddy's name. Y'all, I'm going to say the full context, conjecture, and connection so you can understand how far gone Ray J is. Okay, so you don't at me for this. This is public information. Okay. My ass opened more than it's ever been in my life, he says earlier in the clip, adding moments later, my shit running. Diddy took my shit. He continues, my shit been running ever since. My ass been open more than it's ever been in my life, man. As the rant continues, Ray J describes the situation in increasingly graphic terms, saying, when I try to fart, my shit come out. It's crazy. And you suing the Kardashians? Oh, they take you for every fucking thing you got. I hope that Princess Love, your ex-wife Bianca, Kim K, I need all Ray J's women to stand up like on that show, All Is Fair. Y'all all band together and take this motherfucker down. I cannot.
My ass open more than it's been ever in my life.
Should I say I have to take
everybody, you got one?
But girls don't do that.
My shit running. Diddy took my ass. You can't hold it no more. My shit been running ever since. My ass open more than it's been ever in my life, man. When I try to fart, my shit come out. It's crazy. Bro, I think, yo.
All right, so can we get through? It's serious. That's all you gotta say. Next time you stuck behind a gate, just say, Diddy made you, like, what'd you say, Diddy?
What you recording me?
No.
I told you Diddy took me.
Although people around him attempt to interrupt or move past the comments, Ray J insists on continuing. At one point, it's serious. The moment appears to escalate when Ray J realizes he may be recorded. What, you recording me? God! Sir, If somebody has their phone out like this, what's this part right here? This is called a camera. Oh God! Even nephew Tommy makes more sense of his prank phone calls. I would like to paint your wife on canvas. What the fuck you want to do? See, nephew Tommy takes the inch that's in reality and makes it a mile of a prank phone call, and we laugh at. We still fear for Tommy's life because one day he's gonna mess with the wrong motherfucker and get his ass whooped. But still, we still root for nephew Tommy. You, on the other hand, what the? What, you recorded me? He asked before repeating. I told you Diddy took me. Reaction to the clip has been sharply divided. One viewer questioned Ray J's intent, saying, I don't know if he's making a joke about Diddy taking his backside. So, I mean, maybe it's a joke, or there's some truth to it, but he's making a joke out of it. There was nothing funny about that. What the? God. Same commenter added, why won't he just come out and say that in a joking way? Let's roll on. I can't. So, shout out to Ace's Style. Ace's Style broke this news last night, and we're going to listen to it, and then we're going to give some commentary. Here we go. I can't.
What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. So there's an update in the lawsuit against Lizzo from her dancers. So the article reads that Lizzo's dancers has dropped the fat shaming aspect of the legal fight. Lizzo just scored a win in her legal battle against her 3 former backup dancers. The women have dropped their claims that Lizzo fat shamed them despite the rest of the case moving forward. Lizzo's powerhouse attorney, Marty Singer, and his partner, Melissa Gates, tells TMZ that fat shaming claims were a major part of the harassment lawsuit brought by Ariana Davis, Noel Rodriguez, and Crystal Williams, but they insist that it always lacked merit. According to Lizzo's attorneys, allegations were refuted by 18 witnesses in sworn declarations submitted to the court. Now, just a side note, right? 1 or 2 is already a lot. Well, 2 is, a lot, right? But 18 witnesses? I have a feeling that this case might actually end up going Lizzo's way in the long run. But we'll continue. They say the Superior Court judge concluded that Davis was fired because she made, quote, an unauthorized recording of Lizzo in a dancer meeting and sent it to Williams, who was no longer working on the special tour, end quote. And now the dancers have dropped their appeal of the dismissal of the fat shaming claims. The fat shaming claims are just one of the many things that they brought against the artist. You guys recall back in 2023, Ariana, Noel, and Crystal claimed that Lizzo subjected them to nude entertainment shows in Amsterdam and Paris while on tour that they said they were clearly uncomfortable with. In the docs, the women also said that Lizzo pressured dancers to interact with ex-performers in Amsterdam, where the patrons were known to
now y'all listen.
Eat bananas out of the women's genitalia. If y'all know.
So, for those of you who don't know, there was a show on Amazon Prime Video called Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls, right? And it was a competition to see who could join Lizzo's crew for a upcoming tour, right? So it was big girl dancers. 3 of them, those 3 ladies that you see there, they made the cut. They won, and so they joined Lizzo on her tour. And they were on Saturday Night Live. They were all over the place. And it was huge because this was the first, show for thick, curvy women to be seen on an international stage, because Amazon Prime is international, right? And so because of that, there was a event that happened in the red light district in Amsterdam, right? And so apparently there's this club where women are dancing and you can engage with them. They can be fully naked in the red light district, right? Sex, rugs, rock and roll, all that stuff. And so one of the claims was that, apparently these women would put bananas in their portal and people could eat out of that. Now, I don't know if that's true. Okay, I don't know if that's true, but that was an allegation. In addition to that, there was like a rehearsal and one of the women could not go to the restroom. In addition to that, Lizzo's executive, director for dance basically, talked about, somebody, having sex and making fun of them, this, that, and the third. But then her executive director of dance seemed like a horn dog. And then there was somebody who was doing a documentary on Lizzo that quit. So during that time, it was a lot going on with Lizzo. Actually, let me bring this up because we did cover this on Brady's Work Tour Live. We actually did the whole Lizzo lawsuit. I know we did the damn lawsuit. I know we did. Yes, well, I felt like we did. So I'll show you all the times we talked about Lizzo right here, right? So we talked about, Lizzo's health journey right there. This could be a Rosetta Tharpe right there, black management team, and replacement of all-white management team. And then we talked about the lawsuit in all of these here. I felt like we even did the lawsuit trial, right? Felt like we did anyway, but I know we did because I do remember that, like the whole, all the accusations, right? So let's keep going here.
I'm sorry. Lizzo denies the claims. Y'all are wild out here. While the more serious claims are being disputed in court, Lizzo's team said that they remain confident that she will prevail in this case. But the dancer's attorney, Robert Zambrino, tells TMZ that we are maintaining that not Judge Epstein, child. This whole article is wild. I'm sorry. Not that the judge should be tainted with the current Epstein that's going on in the, in the files, but I'm just saying that name is quite infamous. The judge was correct in his ruling denying Lizzo's special motion to strike the vast majority of the claims they attack, including false imprisonment and harassment. Of the couple's claims that the judge did dismiss, the plaintiffs have taken a considered approach to leave that be. One would hope that they see the same level of intellectual honesty and neutral assessment from the defendants, but that hasn't been the case so far, and it's disappointing. Sorry. Listen, this whole case is wild business, okay? The fact that they were able to, I don't know, I hope that they can reach a settlement soon, because one, that's the whole eating. I'm stuck on the eating the bananas out of
crazy.
Women's genitalia. they are doing the most. Listen, I'm not trying to kink shame or I'm not judging anybody. Do what you do, right? But I feel like Lizzo should have had perhaps her friends on that tour rather than her employees to go and experience those things with her. Because once you start giving out, W-2s, then you are liable for your employees' safety, and not necessarily, you're not responsible for their mental health, but you are responsible for keeping a decent work environment. And the ladies are accusing Lizzo of making them feel uncomfortable in that entertainment environment. Like once they left rehearsal, you never hear people like Beyonce's dancers complain about things like that. You know what I mean? I don't think Beyonce will be going to any banana shows anyway, but the most we heard was actually Deborah and her, they fell out. I guess they had some kind of disagreement. But Ashley even came back. She was the captain of Beyonce's dance team for years. And she came back and, now she's doing her own thing. But
so I will agree with Ace's style. By the way, shout out to Ace's style for sure. And listen, with this, right? The fat shaming claim is thrown out, but the rest of the claims are moving forward, right? The fat shaming claim is out, but the rest of the case is moving forward. The fat shaming claim is out, but the rest of the cases are moving forward. By the way, as we are live on tour, I want y'all to look at this. Tyler Perry scores a win in the Derek Dixon case. How will this affect Dixon's claims now? This is from the Pam Esquire Law Intellect. So like, comment, share, subscribe to her. I just want to bring that news to you live because, like I said, when we're live on tour, you just never know what's going to happen. It looks like this is a motion to transfer the case. So there it is there. And Chris learns, oh, hang on, didn't mean to do that. Chris Learns says, but if you're accused of doing negative civil activities in Georgia, that guilty accusation still follows you to California because of the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. So it looks like Tyler Perry wants it transferred to Georgia. It looks like this is a motion to, do that. So, like I said, I'll do some research and maybe we might come back maybe at 3:00 with a bonus live because, we haven't heard about Tyler Perry in quite a while. But back to Lizzo, just want to bring that to you all because that's how, up to date we are over here with our content. Right here from TMZ, Lizzo dancers drop fat shaming legal fight. This is an exclusive here. Lizzo just scored a win in her bout against 3 former backup dancers. The women have dropped their claims that Lizzo fat shamed them despite the rest of the case moving forward, TMZ has learned. And also, too, with that rehearsal that I talked about, that dancer could not allegedly leave to go to the restroom. And one of the dancers got fired in the middle of the lobby. Okay, so all this is alleged. Lizzo's powerhouse attorney, Mari Singer, and his partner, Melissa Y. Glass, tell TMZ the fat shaming claims were a major part of the sexual harassment lawsuit brought by Ariana Davis, Noel Rodriguez, and Crystal Williams, right? So here are all the ladies from Lizzo's tour. According to Lizzo's attorneys, the allegations were reviewed by 18 witnesses in sworn declarations submitted to the court. They say the Superior Court judge concluded Davis was fired because she made unauthorized recording of Lizzo in a dancer meeting sent to Williams, who was no longer working on the special tour. And now the dancers dropped their appeal of the dismissal of the claims. So that's Crystal Davis right there. That's Crystal. Let me make sure I get her name right. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, Crystal Williams. Sorry, that is Crystal Williams right here. So that's Crystal Williams. That's Noel, and that's Noel there, and that's Ariana. So Ariana, Noel, and Crystal right there. The fat shaming claims are just one of many they brought against the artist. You recall, back in 2023, Ariana, Noel, and Crystal blamed Lizzo, subjected them to new entertainment shows in Amsterdam and Paris on tour, which they said they were clearly uncomfortable with. In the docs or documents, the women say Lizzo pressured dancers to air sex performance at a banana bar in Amsterdam, where patrons are known to eat bananas out of the performers' portals. Lizzo denies the claims, right? While the more serious claims are still being disputed in court, Lizzo's team says they remain confident she will prevail the case, but the dancer's attorney, Ronald Zambrano, told TMZ, "We are maintaining that Judge Epstein was correct in his ruling denying Lizzo's special motion to strike the vast majority of claims they attacked, including false imprisonment and harassment of the couple of claims Judge Epstein did miss. The plaintiffs have taken a considered approach to leave that be. One would hope to see the same level of intellectual honesty and neutral assessment from the defendants, but that has been the case thus far. It's disappointing. So I'll keep you updated with Lizzo for sure. A lot going on there. Now, let's get to New York radio, okay? Because Ed Lover and Miss Jones removed from New York radio, firing surfaced after Ebro in the morning cancellation. So according to Ramp, Audacity's WXBK 94.7 The Block inspired Ray Weiss, with longtime radio personalities Ed Lover, Miss Jones. Neither departure was publicly announced at the time. The timing surfaced just as listeners were processing the abrupt end of Ebro in the Morning, which had aired on Media Co's WQHT Hot 97 for nearly 13 years before being scrubbed off the station's website. The show, hosted by Ebro Darden, Peter Rosenberg, and Laura Stiles, which was syndicated by Super Radio, which said while the distribution of Ebro in the Morning in its current form is ending, Super Radio remains fully committed to the Ebro brand. We look forward to continuing to bring Ebro's voice out to the masses across the platforms, which we'll be sharing more about very, very soon. Right here, Ebro confirmed the exit with it's done more to come. Ebro, hashtag Ebro in the Morning. While Rosenberg added, I lived an amazing childhood dream. It was next. And then, of course, Laura Stiles said, I got to work with some amazing people. Very, very nice message from her. With Hot 97 also seeing recent departures as DJ Enough and TT Torres, the sudden clustering of exits has sparked industry-wide speculation. Too soon to connect dots. Stay tuned. So here's the thing, right? To have radio personalities out of New York's to have radio personalities fired, let go, what have you, out of the number one market in America is suspicious and weird. Because right now, it's a very interesting time for me. As you guys know, media is in a weird state right now with mergers and acquisitions. As you guys know, we have been covering that over here. We talked about the Netflix Warner Brothers deal that just happened. Paramount is trying to do a hostile takeover to buy Paramount for $108 billion. Okay. And NBC Universal spun off their cable networks into a company called Versant. So we covered that here. I was ahead of NBC News and the Today Show on that. And with iHeartMedia making an AI promise not to air any AI music and have any AI personalities, it's interesting because we don't know if that's the direction the Audacity and Media Co is going in. But also, too, if we know media, right? Media, they like to keep costs low, right? So it would be better for them to bring in somebody cheap and they can have control over that brand. And Ed Lover, Miss Jones, and Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg, they are legends, right? So legendary status requires a legendary paycheck, right? So I do feel bad for them. I do hope that this is not the end of live personalities in New York because, you know, Miss Jones and Wendy Williams were two fierce rivals. They're best friends now. But it's just sad, man, because like I said, radio back in the day, you used to listen to the full 4-hour show, but now you're just listening to tracks of interviews and stuff. So very, very sad. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. I'm only getting into this because it's an update, not because of anything else. Okay, here we go. From Chip and Company. Is Universal getting into the cruise line business? Universal at sea. Comcast president floats idea of future cruise offerings. Universal might be trading park hoppers for a port stop someday, and we are very here for the idea of a Minions at Sea moment. During the UBS Global Media Communications Conference 2025, Comcast President Mike Cavanaugh casually dropped a little nugget that has theme park fans' ears perked up like a velociraptor at feeding time while talking about the future of Universal Destinations and Experiences. He know it in the longer term offerings like cruises that Disney does are opportunities the company could lean into as they grow their experience business. That's not an announcement of a Universal cruise line, but it's the clearest on record we've heard that these ships might be on their long range radar. So this is Mike Cavanaugh. Michael Cavanaugh. The comment came in a broader conversation about how Universal is expanding beyond traditional theme parks. Epic Universe opened up in Orlando, a new park a new park is on the roadmap of the United Kingdom. Universal Kids Resorts held in Frisco, Texas, supposed to be opened up next year. And smaller destination concepts like year-round Halloween Horror Night attractions are popping up in new markets. There's one in Las Vegas. There's supposed to be another one in Chicago. Cruises were mentioned in that same breath as another way to extend the brand, suggesting that leadership sees the seas as a logical next frontier once the current slate of projects is sailing smoothly. So what could potential Universal branded cruise experience look like someday? The IP buffet is absolutely loaded. Picture Illumination and DreamWorks characters anchoring family pools and deck parties. DreamWorks, you say? I wonder something. I don't know. I just kind of wonder something. That would be quite interesting. We'll get back to that, but keep DreamWorks in the front of your mind, everybody. Picture Illumination and DreamWorks characters anchoring family pool parties, deck parties, a dedicated Super Nintendo World Play Zone late night horror experiences inspired by Halloween Horror Nights for grown-ups, instead Mac dining themed to Jurassic World, Fast and Furious, or classic Universal monsters. You could easily imagine Epic Universe and the Orlando Resort acting as the pre or post cruise home ports. I wonder if this has already been done. Keep DreamWorks in the front of your brains, ladies and gentlemen. Keep the fact of Universal Orlando acting as the pre-cruise, okay? Or post-cruise home ports, okay? Just keep that in mind. Turning a week-long vacation into a land and sea combo that rivals anything currently on the market. Of course, actually launching a cruise line is a massive lift. Ships are incredibly expensive to build. Ports have limited space and complex logistics, and Universal will be stepping into waters dominated by experienced players like Disney Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, and others, so it makes sense that Kavanaugh frame cruises as a longer-term idea. Not something imminent. For now, Universal's plate is already overflowing with Epic Universe, the UK park plans, new concepts like Universal Kids Resort, and continued investment in their existing destinations. Still, the fact that cruises are being mentioned publicly at a major investor conference tells us they are more than a throwaway what if. It signals that Universal sees itself less as just a theme park company and more as a global experiences brand that can show up wherever fans want to vacation, whether that's in Orlando, Osaka, Japan, a Halloween haunt in Vegas, or someday on the open ocean. Until we see a funnel with a giant U on it, everything remains speculation, but it's very fun speculation. For now, we'll be watching the horizon, daydreaming about booking the inaugural Universal Monsters Midnight Sailing, complete with foggy promenades and very dramatic organ soundtrack. If Universal ever does officially dip a toe into the cruise market, but to be bold, intellectual property packed and designed to plug right into the growing universe of Universal destinations around the world. For now, though, it's just a tantalizing maybe someday from the top of the Comcast Tower that has fans imagining a future where the next Universal vacation starts at a cruise terminal instead of a turnstile. Now, I wonder what this is. Oh my Lord! Wait a minute! Wait! Braylon, what are you doing? Braylon, what are you doing? Well, Braylon, this is a public video that is titled "The Best of Land and Sea Royal Caribbean Universal Orlando Joint Forces." But Bray, go back to the article if you could, sir. Go back, Bray, because didn't this article say something about a land and sea combo? Oh, that's right here. Turning a week-long vacation to a land and sea combo that rivals anything currently on the market. Hey, let's watch that video, Braylon. Sure. Y'all dumb fucks. Okay, we're gonna have a nice, intelligent, fruitful discussion about this, okay?
We know that our guests, when they come on those cruises, they like to extend in the area. And so that led to a natural outreach with our friends at Universal. And so the nice thing is that our guests also have the opportunity then to package their cruise vacation with a land stay and take advantage of all the great offerings that the Universal Park and their entertainment and their great hotels. So we see that as a really nice partnership.
Guests can combine 3 4-night Bahamas or 4 or 5 7-night Eastern Western Caribbean sailing with 3 or 4 nights at Universal Orlando.
Wow.
So with it, they get their cruise fare, they get their theme park tickets, and then whatever hotel they choose.
That's amazing.
Universal have the roller coasters. They have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Every year they're coming out with new rides. They also have on the Universal Studio side a lot more of those simulations and where you get to do the movie experience.
When you can combine a cruise, whether it's a 3, 4, or 7-day cruise with a land package, you're getting the best of both worlds. And so if people have a little bit longer vacation time, combining a land-based vacation with a cruise is a perfect option.
Wow. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that amazing? So you mean to tell me that Universal and Royal Caribbean teamed up to offer vacation packages where you could add 4 to 3 days at Universal Orlando for 4-day or 5-night, 5-day, 7-day vacations aboard Royal Caribbean that included your theme park tickets, your airfare, and your cruise fare? Oh my Lord Jesus. You know what, Bray, you should stop because there ain't no more information out there. There's no more information. But Braylon, you know yourself, right? You know yourself. You know yourself, right? Now, wait a minute. Now, Shrek, what are you doing? Shrek, we're live. Really, you want me to show it? Okay, fine, I'll show it. Roll it.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Calm down, donkey.
It's vacation time.
Whoa, who says no?
Wow.
Nice moves, Fiona.
I love Diddy.
Gigi.
Hey, to the moon!
Marty, what's Shrek doing on a cruise ship?
Looks like he's having fun.
Join the DreamWorks experience for the ultimate vacation only on Royal Caribbean.
Let's go back to the article. Picture Illumination and DreamWorks characters anchoring family pools and deck parties. Let's watch that video one more time.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Calm down, donkey.
It's vacation time.
Whoa, who says ogres can't serve? Nice moves, Fiona.
I love Diddy.
Gigi.
Hey, to the moon!
Marty, what's Shrek doing on a cruise ship?
Looks like he's having fun.
Join the DreamWorks experience for the ultimate vacation only on Royal Caribbean.
Floridan, are you noticing anything, sir? Are you noticing anything? Because it seems like this information's been out here about it for a good minute. That's what I'm getting from this. Now, I'm trying to see, wait a minute. Did Braylon talk about this already? Oh, wait a minute. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, I believe he did right here. Oh, my God. Covered this June 22nd of 2025. What a shocker. Now, I want to bring up this person right here, Disney's right here, okay? So Disney's right here brought this up, right? And here it is right here. Let's play it.
Pretty funny. Okay, anyway, let me get into the meat of it first, though. So here's the rumor, and here's the key detail. This rumor is traceable back to one person. This is an ex-post by Universal Apex, and they have referenced a Port of Galveston NDA. The rumor is that NBC and Universal are under an NDA with the Port of Galveston to build a new cruise line that will launch by 2031. They are saying that the NDA has been leaked, that there are leaked documents verifying this rumor. I did not find any verification of leaked documents regarding an NDA or a Universal cruise line. I did find one piece of information I want to dive into in a little bit because it's small but very important. Now, obviously, the Port of Galveston is expanding. We just did a whole video about this actually because Disney is going to have Galveston as one of their new home ports starting in 2027. If you didn't see that video, go check it out after this one. So that does lead some avenue that this could be expanding for other cruise lines as well. But there is no concrete evidence that shows that the Universal Studios potential cruise line is in an NDA with the Port of Galveston. I do think that this is strictly rumor at this point. After Universal Apex put that out there are some other blogs that have picked it up and ran with it. So you will see this information out there, I think, more and more. And I just wanted to be clear of what I am seeing. So I did a lot of research into this, a lot of research, because I have wanted them to have a Universal cruise line forever. Okay, well, not forever, but for a good 15 years, I've been wishing they would do a Universal cruise line. And to be honest, it could be a very easy thing for them to do in some regards. Now, there are no official statements from Universal Studios, NBC, or the Port of Galveston to support this. The sites that have reported on this rumor thus far, they don't really have any type of strong records for bringing out new rumors, either in confirming or denying. So I'm not going to put a lot of credibility into that, because honestly, I think it's probably far-fetched that Universal Studios is in an NDA with Galveston to have a ship for 2031, specifically because that is a very fast timeline.
Now, I want to pause it here for a minute. Now, this is unlisted. Okay, this is unlisted, but I want to bring this up right here. Now, this is Griff and Alyssa. I just want to bring this up right here. Okay, here we go. Just want to bring this up.
This ship wouldn't just be a theme park on water. It could redefine what fans expect from a cruise. Let's start with the facts. Everything we know so far. So earlier this year, Universal Destinations and Experiences filed a trademark for something called Isle of Curiosity. While that could be for a park, it's also the kind of name you could give a private island or a themed port of call. And around that same time, they quietly registered domain names that sound suspiciously like cruise line infrastructure. Now, this still isn't enough for me, if I'm being honest. Nothing much to stand on because no one is actually sharing what those domain names actually are, okay? But insiders have also reported that non-disclosure agreements were signed between a cruise operator and the Port of Galveston. Now, the city of Galveston does record their city council meeting, so here's a snippet of that.
So I'm gonna pause it right there. I just want to showcase that there were other content creators that have been covering this thing. Now, right here, look at this. June 15th, 2025, Griff and Alyssa covered it. Right here from Disney's right here. Covered it 6 months ago on June 7th, 2025. Y'all, this is more of an update than anything else. And Griff and Alyssa, don't at me for this, okay? I'm just utilizing your content as a way to prove a point. Now, here is this right here. So we're going to go to this transcript right here. Here we go. This is the May 21st, 2025 joint meeting of the City Council and Board of Trustees. Here we go.
Could you expand a little bit to on where we are with the cruise lines? And we maxed out, we kind of hit all of our goals for current. Is that right?
Actually, we're on the fourth terminal now, which was scheduled for 2031.
Right.
And so, that's going to be in play here in November with MSC coming in and Norwegian will be coming in part-time for the first couple of years. So, we're going to have some place there. The issue with that is that there's a large capital cost recovery fee associated with that terminal. When just in comparison for the money that we put into Cruise Terminal 25 for that renovation, there's a $3 capital cost recovery per passenger that's in that. In the MSC terminal, 16, there's a $10 capital cost recovery per turn. So that makes it unattractive to other cruise lines to come in here and want to pay that. Luckily, we have the guarantees from MSC to back all that up. And so that from a debt service and a capital cost recovery standpoint. The cruise business, as I mentioned, they're expanding exponentially down here in we call it the Caribbean, the Western Caribbean, and they're putting a lot of money into that. Because of that, Disney is expanding to full time here in Galveston, starting in 27, And
The magic.
I believe what they're planning on doing is bringing in. There's a new ship. I don't know if you remember and call the news that they bought a ship out of bankruptcy, out of a cruise line in Europe, and it's a bigger ship. And that's what they're talking about bringing here is the bigger ship, because they will tell you that
A lot of interest in families coming here.
a lot of interest in families, and MSC is changing its methods to add more family events on the ships and stuff. And then also there's another cruise line that which will be complementary to Disney that I can't say at this stage, but we're hoping will be taking up another. They've already put in schedules for another 12 months. We still have not gone to a contract with them, but we're fairly close for negotiating that term, that addition. So
let's go back right here. Okay, right here. Then also there's another cruise line which will be complementary to Disney that I can't say at this stage, but we're hoping will be taking up another. Then also there's another cruise line which will be complementary to Disney that I cannot say at this stage, but we're hoping will be taking up another. Then also there's another cruise line which will be complementary to Disney that I cannot say at this stage, but we are hoping will be taking up another. This is a confirmation, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you how big this confirmation is. Okay, let's go here. Okay? I can't do this. Okay. So I'm gonna bring something up. Okay. Just gonna bring something up here. And we are going to do this live. Okay. We're gonna do this live. Yep, yes, we are. Okay, like this. All right. This is why I typed it. Look at this right here. Universal Strategic Business Proposal. This strategic business proposal outlines a joint venture between NBC Universal and Royal Caribbean Cruises to launch a cruise line. Let me say that 2 more times in case you missed it. This strategic business proposal outlines plans for a joint venture between NBC Universal and Royal Caribbean Cruises to launch a cruise line. This strategic business proposal outlines plans for a joint venture between NBC Universal and Royal Caribbean Cruises to launch a cruise line. Let's take a look at it, shall we? AI enhanced description here. This strategic business proposal outlines plans for a joint venture between NBC Universal and Royal Caribbean Cruises to launch a cruise line. It analyzes organizational challenges like competing with Disney Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean's desire to enter into the family cruise niche. The proposal recommends outfitting 2 Royal Caribbean ships with NBC Universal attractions and using Harry Potter's popularity. Harry Potter's popularity to test the new venture with the right market. The joint cruise line could be a cornerstone of the industry and help NBC Universal expand its brand. Okay. All right. So we're just going to go down here because right here, this was prepared on March 22nd, 2016. Okay. All right. Let's do this. 2016 to 2025 has how many years? How many? So right here, okay, this document has been out for 9 years. Next year will be a decade of this document being put out here. Okay, all right, let's just keep going because I'm not about to do this with you all. I'm just not about to do it. No, not about to do it. No. Right here, March 31st, 2009, we took our first steps toward building a travel and leisure joint venture by agreeing to a partnership deal to offer exclusive vacation package deals to way more than a cruise with Royal Caribbean. Okay, so there it is there. The need for this joint venture is based on the need for us to compete with the success of Disney's cruise line. Royal Caribbean's desire to cut into the lucrative family cruise niche. The venture will be formatted similarly to TUI Cruises, 50-50 split with Royal Caribbean. So, right here, an article from Royal Caribbean's blog site, quote, Royal Caribbean saying, for Royal Caribbean, the expanded deal with Universal is another move into Disney's lucrative family niche. With our 3-year implementation strategy, we plan to use 2 ships, Freedom of the Seas and Enchantment of the Seas, that will be outfitted with attractions and merchandise stores by July 2017. We plan to use the Wizarding World Harry Potter as a test market on 2 vessels. The first ship will sail out Port Canaveral and be marketed directly to a Harry Potter fan base with the right marketing strategies. We believe the joint venture Royal Caribbean can be a cornerstone of the cruise industry. There was supposed to be a Harry Potter cruise. J.K. Rowling took that down. Okay, let's keep going because I want to get to a very important part right here. Okay, on this cruise ship, Harry Potter fans will have the unique opportunity to literally live in this magical world for a few days. The cruise ship will be designed with the same amount of details and recreating this world that the Wizarding World Harry Potter was. Guests will be able to experience the overall experience of being inside Hogwarts, as well as a game of Quidditch, dinner at Hogwarts Great Hall, class on potions, scavenger hunts, and so much more, as they represent one of the Hogwarts houses. So I want to go to their game plan real quick here. Give me a moment. Okay, here is the time frame, everybody. You ready for this? Okay, here we go. January 27, 2017, license agreements amended. March 2017, joint venture proposal Royal Caribbean. June 2017, social media milestone, joint venture announcement via Periscope. Twitter had Periscope back in the day. It's no longer around, but here it is here. Test market, Harry Potter attraction announced. June 2017, Freedom of the Seas announced as first ship to sail under the joint venture. Construction on new shows and attractions. July 2017, marketing milestone, We Are One campaign launches. September 2017, Freedom of the Sea set sail from Port Canaveral. Year 2, February 2018, social media milestone, We Are One commercial recorded live via Periscope. March 2018, Harry Potter themed attractions announced for Enchantment of the Seas. March 2018, staterooms and luxury staterooms open to the public. May 2018, sales milestone, 700 plus staterooms booked for Freedom of the Seas maiden voyage. August 2018, Freedom of the Seas sails out Port Canaveral. Enchantment of the Seas sail out Port Tampa Bay. January 2019, 2 new ships announced for 2021. March 2019, 2 new ships announced for 2023. Now, I want to read these right here. Long-term opportunity development plans right here. To evaluate the success of our joint venture with Royal Caribbean and our new attractions installments on their cruise ships, we'll start by testing the market by only installing a Harry Potter attraction or Royal Caribbean's Enchantment of the Seas and Freedom of the Seas cruise ships. For our 3-year projections, we expect to generate $100,574,820 net profit in 3 years. By the year 2020, we are hoping to add 4 new ships on top of the 2 we already have. After evaluating the success of our 3-year projections, our goal is that our venture with Royal Caribbean will grow and expand. The venture expansion will include placing more attractions throughout the entire Royal Caribbean fleet, implementing different themes using the different licenses we have for other attractions such as Transformers, Despicable Me, The Simpsons, etc. Let's go back to that article. Yeah. The IP buffet is absolutely loaded. Picture illumination and DreamWorks characters anchoring family pools and deck parties, a dedicated Super Nintendo World Play Zone, late night horror experiences inspired by Halloween Horror Nights for grown-ups, a cinematic dining theme to Jurassic World, Fast and Furious, classic Universal monsters, right? So, I'm kind of a little curious, when Mike Kavanaugh said that, in the longer term offering cruises in the longer term offerings like cruises that Disney does are opportunities the company could lean into as they expand, as they grow their experiences business. Let me go back to that article real quick and read that like 2 more times for y'all. right here, the venture expansion will include placing more attractions throughout the entire Royal Caribbean fleet and implementing different themes using the different licenses we have for other attractions such as Transformers, Despicable Me, The Simpsons, etc. The venture expansion will include placing more attractions throughout the entire Royal Caribbean fleet and implementing different themes using the different licenses we have for other attractions such as Transformers, Despicable Me, The Simpsons, etc. I want you to pay attention to this right here, okay? Here we go. By the year 2021, we will expand Universal attractions onto 2 more ships on the Radiant class, Voyager class, apart from the 2 cruise ships we already have on the Freedom class and Vision class. By the year 2023, we will expand Universal attractions onto 2 more cruise ships, the Oasis class and the Sovereign class, by adding 2 different attractions to the cruise ships, Minions and Transformers. By 2026, oh, well, look at there. Today is December 15th, 2025. And December 31st is New Year's Eve, and January 1st, 2026, it's New Year's Day. By the year 2026, we will expand Universal attractions to 8 more cruise ships, adding different attractions to each cruise ship. Let me say that sentence 2 more times, if you'll indulge me. By the year 2026, we will expand Universal attractions to 8 more cruise ships, adding different attractions to each cruise ship. By the year 2026, we will expand Universal attractions to 8 more cruise ships, adding different attractions to each cruise ship. By the year 2030, we will expand Universal attractions to all Royal Caribbean's cruise ships. Each ship will have a different attractions. We may use the same attractions in 2 to 3 ships, depending on the success of the attraction. By the year 2030, we will expand Universal attractions to all of Royal Caribbean's cruise ships. Each ship will have a different attraction, and we may use the same attractions in 2 to 3 ships, depending on the success of the attraction. By the year 2030, we will expand Universal attractions to all of Royal Caribbean cruise ships. Each ship will have a different attraction, and we may use the same attractions in 2 to 3 ships, depending on the success of the attraction. Okay. So here are all the references right here. So we got what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 54 links. Okay. All right. So this is confirmation. Okay. All right. Now, if y'all want to continue saying this is news, go forth and prosper. Do what the fuck you want. But don't be so ignorant that you negate the fact that information is already public out here. And by the way, all that information, it's right here in this live, right here, literally, right here. Stream this live on June 22nd of 2025. Okay, all right. Just wanted to bring that to y'all attention. Okay, and if you need to know what the thumbnail looks like here, in case you actually do want to go look this up. Let me just type this in. Right here. This is the no. Oh shit. Okay, give me a moment. Okay. So you see that one right there? I'm gonna zoom in right there. Right there. That one. right there. That one right there. The one that looks AI with the U on the funnel. Go to this live right here. Tell you everything you need to know. Okay. All right. I only did this update because it was a quote. Oh, y'all can't even see it. That's how live we are. Okay. Right here. Right here. My bad. Y'all couldn't see it. That was my bad. Okay. I'm taking ownership, responsibility, having integrity. Right here. This live right here with the U on the funnel right here. Click this live right here and you'll get all the info, because in this live, I actually go over pretty much everything in more detail. I just did this as an update because the executive actually said something. So just want to shout out to Disney's and also to the Griffin listener. Okay. All right. Florida, I hope I did my job, brother, for you. And Phil, because I was really debating on even talking about it, because I'm just like, it makes no sense to talk about this. But also, too, is like, and I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it again because one thing to know, two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price. And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it out right. But whatever you do in the daylight, and a lot happens early. Can you feel it when I say?
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
A lot happens early over here if you pay attention. So, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? What you want me to do? I'm the dude that broke the news about Islands of Adventure confirming construction. I'm the one that took an article from RollingOut.com, a Black-owned media website, about Lockheed Martin and their contracts not contracting. Florida giving me some intel from Inside Universal blog about a side parcel, and the upper parcel was a Lockheed Martin building. Okay? All right? And connected 1 + 1 equaling 2, that if they got that parcel, that they could get the Lockheed Martin parcel. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, right? You got every right not to watch who you want to watch, right? That's no problem at all, sincerely. We're gaining, getting, and we'll get to the biggest goal yet on our channel. We're going to have a huge party for it too. But in the meantime, between time, do not be out here when content creators have already done the damn work. Okay? 5 months ago, like Florentine said right there. 5 months ago. So this is just confirmation. Those documents that I showed are public. I didn't break into no IT server. I didn't hack anything. I didn't do none of Universal. That is public information. And you got to see the timeline. What else you want me to do? So y'all keep talking about, this as an update. Well, I'm sorry. Y'all will talk about as breaking news. Meanwhile, everything that I'm saying in this live right now and saying that live is what it is. So I'm just going to say this, and then we're going to move right on along, okay? Right here from slideshare.net. if Universal takes this plan right here and they implement, you see something from Royal Caribbean, don't say shit to me. Okay? Don't say, Braylon, did you hear about this? Oh my God, how cool is it? Don't do that shit to me. If anything, y'all better say, you know what? Braylon was on it. Braylon told us about it 5 months ago. He gave us basically confirmation on December 15th, 2025 at 12:39 p.m. Child, let's roll on because I'm not doing this with y'all. Nope, I'm not. Not gonna do it. Nope. Nope. Okay. I had to get all that off my chest, y'all. I had to. Listen. So our last destination here. Right here. Check this out. Now, this is a cool one. This cool destination right here. Prime Video announces CEO Club sets premiere day and debuts key art. Serena Williams, Talia D. Hilfiger, Lauren Ranger, Winnie Harlow, Hannah Brofman, and Isabella Gurtman will star in this highly anticipated docuseries premiering on February 23rd on Prime Video. So there are the ladies there. Here we go. Right here, December 10th today, or on that day, Prime Video announced the series title along with the premiere day and unveil key art for the highly anticipated docuseries CEO Club. The 8-episode season will debut worldwide, more than 240 countries and territories on Monday, right, February 23rd, exclusively on Prime Video. Docuseries follows legendary athlete and businesswoman Serena Williams, award-winning artist and queen of Latin pop Talia, former model and fashion designer Oklepo Hilfiger, Market America Shop.com CEO Lauren Ridger, supermodel, beauty entrepreneur, and founder of K-Skin Winnie Harlow, founder of Contour Capital, wellness expert Hannah Brofman, and founder, CEO, and designer of ISA Gurtman Jewelry and Wrangle, Isabella Wrangle Gurtman. Where power meets purpose, the CEO Club dives into the world of these trailblazing female CEOs as they navigate the triumphs and challenges of both their professional and personal lives, redefine what it means to lead in today's world. These women enter the next phase of their careers with confidence and clarity forged by life experiences. As an executive producer, I've had so much fun helping bringing this series to life, celebrating the brilliance, ambition, and sisterhood of women I admire, call friends, have been incredibly special. Since Serena Williams is a executive producer and cast member. The series is produced by Blink 94 Studios with Tara Long, Adine Rahabi, and Janelle Couture, serving as executive producer alongside 926 Productions with Serena Williams and Caroline Courier, serving as executive producers. The CEO Club is a powerful testament to what happens when women step fully into their brilliance, leadership, and influence. Instead, Tara Long, President, Unscripted, and Nadine Rajabi, Executive Vice President at Unscripted, both with Blink 489 Studios. These multi-hyphenate CEOs aren't waiting to be invited in. They are building their own tables, shaping new legacies, and redefining what power looks like. Shot in a compelling docu-style, the CEO Club highlights each of the women's individual journeys, collective camaraderie, and the power of women supporting women. Together with Tara, Nadine, and Serena, we help bring the CEO Club to life through honesty, vulnerability, and intention, said Talia. Hilfiger, Lauren Ranger, Winnie Harlow, Hannah Brofman, and Isabel Gurtman. We open the doors to our worlds, from the triumphs to the challenges and the moments that shaped us. We can't wait for artists to be inspired to lead with purpose and confidence. The CEO Club is produced by Amazon MGM Studios and Blink 94 Studios. So yes, indeed there. And let me tell you something. Blink 94 has done quite a lot. So they have scripted hits like Wild Cards, that's on CW, Trades, Cave, Late Bloomer, and Crave, as well as Unscripted Tiles, Queen of the Castle, CTV Life, Beast Games, Prime Video, Rom-Com, Who the Fuck is Jason Porter, Prime Video, The Braxtons, Toya Regine, WeTV, as well as new series Yaka Cave, Crave, Blue Collar Cave, Come Down with Luke Rogers, and the Untitled docuseries featuring prominent multi-hyphenate female CEOs on Prime Video, which now we know is the CEO Club. Library titles include Sight Unseen, CTV, and CW, Ride, Hallmark, Don't Even, Crave, and APTN, Run the Burbs, CBC, CW, and Hulu, CTV. 926, Serena Williams and Caroline Kirk introduced 926 Productions, a multimedia production company that aims to elevate female diverse voices for content. So they produced a 3-time Emmy-nominated docuseries In the Arena. Serena Williams, a 8-episode docuseries chronicling her legendary career, and also too they have upcoming projects including a Netflix series adaptation of Taylor Jenkins Reid. Carol Soto is back. A TriStar feature film of fashion designer Anna Lowe and Stockton Street via podcast with Williams and her sister Venus, which debuted on Twitter. And of course, you know Prime Video. Child, you know who Prime Video is. So Heads is some amazing series from Amazon MGM Studios. Fallout, Heads of State, Reacher, Red One, Roadhouse, The Accountant, The Boys, Lord of the Rings of Power, and The Summer I Turned Pretty. Licensed fan favorites. Prime member exclusive access to coverage of live sports, including Thursday Night Football, NBA, WNBA, NASCAR, NWSL. I think that's the National Women's Soccer League, and the Masters Tournament. Then, of course, sports documentaries by Barry, Kelsey, and Earnhardt. And so, of course, you can get MGM Plus, Apple TV, HBO Max, Peacock, Fox One, Crunchyroll as more than 800 free ad-supported, free advertising streaming television channels. Rent or buy titles, even enjoy more content for free with ads. So there it is. Okay, congratulations to Serena Williams there. Y'all, one thing to know, two things for sure. You can never say you don't get a full show around here, okay? Good Lord Jesus. So much to talk about. Like I said, I think the story that really got me fired up this morning is the fact that people are going around here, right? And making it do what it do and saying that this here is news with, Universal Destinations and Experiences, right? I think that's the biggest thing that got to me. Serena Williams of the CEO Club, congratulations to you. Awesome stuff. I can't wait to see it, and maybe I might review it too. You just never know. But to see more women in CEO positions is amazing. New York radio, I hope that you keep human beings at the forefront of New York radio. Radio is needed, and radio is never going to go away. It's the foundation of the music industry. That's how your favorite artists get the royalty checks. Lizzo, we'll see what happens with you and your lawsuit. Of course, we covered the lawsuit here. Bringing this virtual tour live. People are people, and facts are facts, right? And allegations are allegations. Ray J, shut the fuck up. Sincerely, just stop it, bro. Because you are showcasing your ass. And I don't think there's any more scaling your ass to just tap her, right? Oprah Winfrey Network and that new series, Maxed Out, premiering January 10th at 9 Central on. Shout out to y'all for expanding your portfolio. And CBS News, you are MAGA news now at this point. Hopefully Barry Weiss doesn't make CBS News have to get sued. But y'all are on the president's, media, Hall of Fame. So now I just saw this news. Very, very sad. Y'all know we always do a positive news story. And it's sad to say this, but Carl Carlton, hit maker behind She's a Bad Mama Jamma and Everlasting Love, passed away at 72 years old. This just came out 38 minutes ago. Legendary funk and R&B singer Carl Carlton has passed away at the age of 72. His family announced on Sunday, December 14th. Carlton's son, Carlton Hutchins II, shared the news on Facebook. Ryan Rip Dad, legend Carl Carlton, singer of She's a Bad Mama Jamma. Hard, long fight in life. You will be missed. You will be missed, rather. He also posted, rest in peace, Dad. You can finally rest now. Always love you. Born Carl Hutchins in Detroit in 1953, Carlton began his music career in the 1960s and went on to have major hits that left a lasting mark on soul and R&B. He scored a top 10 hit with his cover of Everlasting Love, and his 1981 track, She's a Bad Mama Jim, became one of the most enduring songs, earning wide recognition and massive streaming success. The Jasmine brand extends heartfelt condolences to Carl's family, friends, and fans as they remember his life and legacy. And listen, that is the Thick Girl Anthem. Carl Carlton knew exactly what he was doing, and as y'all know, we have lost so many this year. So light love and prayers to Carl Carlton, friends, family, and all the fans out there. And I'm certainly one of them for sure, Rad. So with that being said, I'm going to turn for Kierra now, because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Florian, did I do my job, good sir? Because there was a lot to cover. That bringing y'all that destination. And y'all know positive news stories are sometimes it's a positive news story about something good. Other times it's a positive news story of at least you're not that. But then other times a positive news story could be to celebrate someone's life. So, yeah. So, whew, man. Like I said, a lot going on in the world today. So we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break here, and then we'll be back with more rap. We're going to play our anthem right from this space right here and right now. We'll be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Rolling.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum. Echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear. The pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Brilliantly got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced, and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not being seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
I will fully agree with that. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist. I'm going to say that 2 more times for y'all. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist. Like I said, much love to each and every single one of you. Thank you to Floridan for coming through. Appreciate you. Thank you to Linnell Stiller as well. Also, too, thank you to Jamar B. Burns for coming through, and to everybody that came through in the bushes. Thank you all so much. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Please stay inside. It's cold outside. It's 15 degrees where I'm at. In the OH to the IO. And like I said, I'll do some research on this new Tyler Perry win, and I'll see if I can come back a little bit later on today with a bonus tour for you all. You know, sometimes we do bonus tours depending on what's going on out in these virtual streets. And of course, you know, Potomac we'll do tonight, and then tomorrow we'll do Married to Medicine. But thank you all so much. Like I said, I love, embrace, and respect the theme park sector of YouTube and theme park content creators in the world of social media. But also, too, y'all, we have to be better of keeping it in a book on things, right? And like I said, maybe y'all didn't know about those documents, but those documents have been out from June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Those documents have been out for 8 months on the channel, on this channel right here. So if you are going to talk about this update, we're going to talk about those documents, just say where you got them from. That's all I ask. Just say, hey, this guy, Brandon Lee, he found them, and this could be a possibility. Now, I'm not saying that it's an accurate possibility, right? I'm not saying that they're going to take that plan that I showcased to y'all this morning and do everything. And it will be kind of hard to do that because, you know, 2026, let's go back to it very quickly here. Let's see here, right here. Okay. Right here it says by the year 2026, we will expand Universal attractions to 8 more cruise ships, adding different attractions to each cruise ship. So actually, they wouldn't be really able to do this plan. Now, if they wanted to, you know, redo, you know, this timeline and, you know, update for today, and I mean, and what I mean by today is update it for the time, for the years ahead, then they can do that. But like I said, more than anything, it might actually be Royal Caribbean, because like I said, DreamWorks already did a partnership with Royal Caribbean, so it seems like there are ties there. Not to mention the Way More Than a Vacation that they did back in the day, that could also come back as well. All right, one love, much love, all love. I feel love. I send it right back to you. And like I said before, rest in peace to Carl Carson, hit maker behind She's a Bad Mama Jamma, and Everlasting Love passes away at 72 years old. One love, much love, all love. I feel love. I send it right back to you. Bye, everybody. Stay warm. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? a winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Redman over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.